Peter, last week after the Derby game you were asking your players for a reaction. Safe to say though that unfortunately you didn't get that from them today.
No, we never get any reaction, 100%. 70 seconds on the clock. No, for the first time this season we're chasing a game. A corner kick comes in. You go to people who want to put their head in it or make sure the guy that they're playing against doesn't get a header. Back post area, header back into the middle. First to the ball was a Queen of the South player, 1-0 down, 70 seconds on the clock. Not good enough. Poor defending. And we then lose a second one for us attacking, 40 yards, 45 yards for the goal, square pass. Intercepted, they run the length of the pitch and score again. Really poor defending, you know. So you get them in at half time, their confidence is shot. You say to them about getting the next goal. It can change a game. Anything can happen if you get a goal and 2-1 and it gets them rocking a wee bit. Within 4 minutes of the second half, I think it was, we're 4-0 down and looking an embarrassing, as if it could go 5 and 6 after that because the game's over. It doesn't help, and I'm certainly no making excuses that you miss big players like Miller, Sybil, Kerr, Grant, first team players. I'm sure there's another one, can't remember off the top of my head just now, but about 5 players out who would normally start. But in saying that, without making excuses, that was a team that went out on the pitch today who I still feel should be good enough to beat Queen of the South at home. But we never got anywhere near it. It was, you know, we didn't win headers, we didn't, you know, Dobie runs across the 18-yard line 10 seconds into the second half. Where's the tackle? Why are we sitting off it? Why are we not going to make a block to stop him doing what he done? Top corner, shoots. And if you 3-0 on, we lose a fourth one. So as I say, for all the stick we got today, we 100% deserve it. And if it's me that gets it, I deserve it. I picked that team, I pick the players and bring them in, and quite frankly, it's not good enough, you know. And the supporters have every right, absolutely every right, not to be happy and understand it. 100% understand it.
Just what I was about to ask you, the kind of the fans were pulling no punches at the end with their frustrations being vented all over, but you say that is natural, it is understandable.
I'd be doing it as well. I'd been booing that performance if I could, but it's my responsibility. I put the team in the pitch. I put in the team in the pitch where we work on winning our headers, we win about passing the ball, about winning tackles. We're allowing them to turn, faces, run at us without a tackle. You don't tackle and win scraps. You don't win the battle. You're always going to end up like that today. You know, and I was worried at 4-0 it could have went on and been further embarrassing. It was that early in the half. It looked as if we'd 9 men today and that they were cutting through us. Their strikers running through the middle of our defence too easily. That's really poor. And you know, I take responsibility, but as individuals, players will have to look after, you know, they have to look at themselves. And we'll come in the morning and show them the video and point fingers again. But they're really low, confidence is really low naturally, but the performance is making them really low. The performance is making everybody feel really low, and it's up to us to strip it back, get back to what I thought we'd done during the week, get back to basics. You need to work harder in the games, you know, because we've played against better teams than Queen of the South, and I'm not trying to take anything away from Queen of the South. And here at home against Rangers, beat them time, we'll beat Hibs and Hearts as well, and that to me looks a million miles away from the battling performances that the Falkirk teams were putting in the last couple of years, and it's just not good enough.
As it stands, I think we're basically joint bottom on 1 point. Why is confidence so low at the moment?
Well, we we have 4 good games, then probably half a good game against St Mirren. We lose a goal just before half time, knocks us a wee bit, but the goal in the second half, a minute into the second half, we then chase it and lose our discipline. So you lose that game. We come against Dumbarton out here, then we lose against Livingston in the cup, where they were dogged. We got back into a game that we went behind again, and when in extra time they looked a stronger team, if I'm being honest. After that, we played Dumbarton, have 60-odd% possession. We missed good chances. We should win that game, without doubt. And then there was the debacle last week, which we've spoken about before. But, you know, I said last week that the worst performance that I'd seen Falkirk team playing since I came in as a manager was last week. I think we surpassed that today, because that at home against a team of journeymen in many ways. They were miles better than us, and that's a worry.
Defensively, we look a bit frail at the moment, Peter, with the number of goals we've lost in the last few games. You spoke midweek potentially about speaking to 2 players to come in defensive areas. Is there anything still happening on that front? Yeah,
it's making sure that we've got the money to do it, first and foremost, and now I think they have to do it. But because at the end of the day, is we can't keep going on and losing goals like that. That's the kind of results that cost managers their job. But I'm determined to work really hard with my backroom staff to build confidence, to work in shape again, to work in winning headers, to work in stopping crosses coming into the box, to work on people getting a free shot at goal. We don't get free shots at goal. Do you see their centre backs? They win every header, and their headers come 20 yards back down our throat. We didn't win any clean headers, you know. So they're there because centre backs are there to do the kind of jobs, and quite frankly, today we've never done anything.
It's a break from the league next week. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
No, it's a bad thing for me. I'd rather be getting it right this week and try and go into a league match and try and get some points, because you're right, it's 1 goal off the bottom of the table in a year where we set targets to try to win the league, and right away we're way off the top, and if we keep continuing like that, we might be fighting to stay in the league, which is absolute nonsense and absolute rubbish, and I don't think it will come to that. But talk is cheap. We said that last week, and talk is cheap again. It's, as I say, my responsibility. I pick the players to come in here, and quite frankly, that's not good enough.
Just finally, safe to say then that days off might be cancelled this week as well then?
And the days off are off the menu until we get this right, because we have to keep working at it. And we'll be in here tomorrow morning showing them the horror show.
Peter, as always, thanks for your time.
Cheers.